Hey guys, what's up? You're watching JayzTwoCents, and I just can't even describe how much I love making videos now because of my new and improved office. Yeah, I do miss the little man cave effect, but you know, it certainly works pretty damn good as a tech cave. Still fighting the echo though. Gotta figure that one out. Now, are you the kind of person that fancies yourself an audiophile? No, we won't even go there. We'll cut. Have you recently bought yourself a pair of headphones that just don't really seem to be cutting it? Well, if you're hooking up those headphones to something like an iPhone or an iPad, or even maybe the headphone jack on your computer, chances are you just may not be getting nice, clean power to those headphones. So what do you do to get that nice, crisp, clean sound? Well, you consider taking a look at the Mayflower Objective 2 ODAC amp combo, and that's what we're going to be taking a look at today. Now let's go ahead and talk about Mayflower Electronics real quick. Now, when I pick a company to support or take a look at their products or even buy the products or whatever it may be, I like to know the company that I'm buying from. So when Tyler at Mayflower Electronics agreed to send me one of these to do a review on, I immediately sent him an email saying, okay, I know about your product. Tell me about you. Tell me about your company. And here is his story, and I think it's actually pretty cool. Now Tyler, who's the guy that I was talking to, I believe he's the owner of Mayflower, was going to school for electrical engineering, and he wanted a headphone amp for his headphones because he fancies himself a fan of music, and he likes nice, clean sound. Well, he couldn't afford any of the amps that were on the market. So he had taken some soldering classes and was currently an electrical engineer student, so he decided, you know what? I could take these plans off the internet and I can make my own. So that's what he did. He made himself a very crude homemade amplifier for his headphones. And then he found himself needing some money. So he sold his beloved homemade amplifier on eBay and made a few bucks above what it cost him to make that. So he found himself later again needing an amplifier. So he made another one, and once again he sold it. But this time he was able to get more money for it, and then took that money and made more amplifiers and created a little bit of supply and demand for himself. People started talking about his homemade amps. People loved it. The price to performance ratio was great. Soon thereafter, he was getting enough amplifier orders to where he was making more money making these things from scratch than he was at his part-time job while going to school. So he did what anyone else would do. He saved 15% on his car insurance. Oh wait, that's the wrong video. Nope, he quit his job, which we all would love to do. He quit his job because he was able to make his income doing something he loved. Now let's go ahead and fast forward. He's done with school and is now doing Mayflower Electronics Objective 2 amplifiers. Now these things are made from scratch. Now the ODAC built into this, the interface with the computer, is a USB. It's right here on the back. But this is actually a part that's made in a factory that he integrates into his homemade enclosures. Now the amplifier is actually built by hand by him. The knob, this is actually the aluminum upgraded knob. Aluminum. You know, the more you guys correct me and say, no, it's aluminum here across the pond, you guys make me feel weird now when I say aluminum. So aluminum. I also watch Top Gear, so I know how you guys say it. I know how Jeremy Clarkson says it anyway. So I do have the upgraded aluminum knob on here, and this has gone through some revisions. So this is a little bit different than what some of the older ones are. Like for instance, now the power plug is on the back instead of the front. You do have a power switch on here. You have your output. You can also choose to use an analog input instead of the USB if you want. It is 12 to 20 volts AC input on there. So, and it does come with the power brick here. Just basic little triad power brick. So that's included. Also included with it is a heavy-duty USB cable that's plenty long. I don't have that in front of me. It's in the cable box in there. But trust me, it comes with a nice high-quality cable. Very heavy-duty, sticky rubber feet. This thing does not slide on the desk. It's actually very stuck. Short of putting double-sided sticky tape on there, I don't think it could actually get any more traction on the desk without moving. Now, this thing actually puts out a lot of power. Now, the reason why I needed this was, as you guys know from the Sennheiser Game Zero review, those are 150 ohm headphones, which means they have very high resistance and very power hungry. So they needed an amplifier like this to power them. In fact, my iPhone and my motherboard's built-in sound card just could not give them the punch that they needed. Now, testing this on a 150 ohm headphone, I've got to tell you, I can leave the knob at about half and my ears still hurt on a 150 ohm headphone. So testing these on lower ohm headphones like the Municios I've got up there, and the Funk headphones, and even the Cooler Master headphones up there, the sound quality of this is amazing. Now, because it has a built-in ODAC, this is also now your sound card. So this completely takes all of the sound that's inside your system out of the equation. And the sound floor on this is amazing. Have you guys ever plugged in your headphones and you have nothing playing on your computer and you just hear that kind of that noise that's playing? It's like static, but it's just it's actually just referred to as noise, but it's just kind of a, and it's really effing annoying. Yeah, this doesn't do that. If I crank this knob all the way up, and I have nothing playing through this, just the sound of the electronics, you cannot hear a thing. The noise floor on this is really, really low. Now, the quality of this really made me enjoy gaming and playing music again. In fact, when I'm just sitting here, sometimes I like to just listen to music once again because I've got nice, beautifully clean sound. This thing creates and recreates all of the frequency ranges of the input coming to it, amplifies it beautifully, no static, no distortion, even cranked. I'm not getting distortion. I'm just getting punched in the freaking head with sound. And that's what I like. I like being punched in the head. And again, that doesn't sound right. The fact that it's right here, built in America, hand-built by a guy who decided he could do better than what was on the market. And I love those kinds of stories. Unfortunately, mine came with a little dent on the bottom. You can kind of see it right there. It's on the bottom. It's hand-built. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of let that one slide because you can't see it. But this does everything I needed and more. So if you are looking for an ODAC or even a headphone amplifier, definitely consider this. I'm not getting any kickback. I wasn't paid to say that. This is 100% my opinion. This is an amazing amplifier for the cost. And that's the reason why Jerry has it, because as you know, he's poor people. There you go, guys. The Mayflower Electronics Objective 2 ODAC headphone amplifier combo. Make sure you go and check them out. The description has the link to their website. No affiliation code or anything. Just go there and check it out if that's what you're looking for. Follow on Twitter if you'd like to talk a little bit more about this, or you have any questions about this or anything else tech related, or maybe you just want to send me a funny joke or a funny meme. I love those too. I'm going to get on out of here and go let this thing punch me in the face and the head a little bit more. And as always, I will see you guys in my next video.